You know that feeling of your back against the wall? I feel a lot of soldiers, I know I feel that way sometimes, and Netanyahu's words are really, really telling. He says, if after 60 days of ceasefire, which looks like it's going to happen, if Hamas is not disarmed and dismantled, we're going to resume fighting. I guarantee you that playtime's over. Defense Minister has also warned Iran, Israel Katz, and he says, if we need to, we'll strike again with even greater force. Israel Katz sent a warning to the IRGC, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, Ayatollahs, that they better watch out. A bunch of pilots graduated. Everyone wants to be in the Air Force now. My friend's going in the Air Force right now. He's just so excited. And, what's interesting is the bad guys will not win. Hamas captivity survivor Romi Gonen was finally released from the hospital after 5 months in the hospital after she was very badly badly mistreated. And so she's like, I'm taking my next step toward freedom. And I just think it's exciting to see how we do prevail. We do prevail against all odds. Nobody thought that we'd survive this multi-front, 7-front war. I don't think they did, but here we are. The Morag corridor, that new corridor that we've created there, the Morag corridor is considered a critical security buffer for Israel, meaning that can't be, no matter what ceasefire deal happens, that corridor it gives us a way to check what's going in, what's going out. It cuts Gaza in half. It gives us the ability to have some checks and balances here when you're dealing with a bloodthirsty, murderous, apocalyptic terror group funded and supplied and trained by Iran. It's essential in making sure that the Islamic Jihad, making sure that the Izz-al-Din al-Qassam brigades don't continue to rearm. It was so sad for me when I heard about this awesome IDF soldier, a hero, died as these Hamas rushed his digger. And he was digging, and I talked about it yesterday, so I won't talk about it right now, but there's another one. It's almost like every day someone's falling. Now you have Captain Rei Biran from the community of Shorashim, and he was a team commander of the elite reconnaissance force of the Golani Brigade, and he lost his life in Gaza right now. And it could be that some of the buildings that were used by Hamas, allegedly, that these explosives were planted, and it blew up unexpectedly, and he was struck by the debris and died. I'm surprised sometimes that more accidents don't happen because it's just a rough environment. Anything can kill you there. And so we just got to be on high alert. They seem like they're willing to just continue brazenly not go towards a ceasefire. It feels like they're not going to a ceasefire. They're going towards continued bolstering more and more troops. So we got to keep our eyes peeled. You look at how the Ahmad al-Shara, HTS in Syria and Jolani, how this dude has separated himself from Al-Qaeda. Allegedly, he has cut all ties with Al-Qaeda, and he wants to try to normalize, maybe even to become part of the Abraham Accords. I don't know. But Syria has begun to also classify Palestinian residents as foreigners, like they shouldn't be here. And maybe he thinks that that's going to help normalize efforts with the West, with Israel. And so, I'm not really sure, but what I can tell you this Shabbat, we're not going to die, we're not going to leave. The terrorists will either leave or die. And I love when you look at this schoolyard, moms painted a missile that fell, a shrapnel of a chunk of this giant ballistic missile, and the kids and the parents painted it with bright colors that says, from here, we will rise to beautiful things. Isn't that just the spirit of Israel? It just is, to arise, to aliyah, to ascend. That's how you say arise. Aleh, aliyah, come home. And I just want to quickly mention, guys, that we are having on Sunday, we're beginning a 3-week. Israel does this. Israel's doing a 3-week prayer and fasting before the 9th of Av, the tragic day when both temples were destroyed on the same day. And other bad things like the Inquisition began, World War I began, and many other tragedies. But I just encourage you, if you want to join us. I'll be eating vegetables. Just join us. Nahum chapter 1, verse 15. Look there on the mountains, the feet of he who brings good news, who proclaims peace. Celebrate your festivals, Judah. Fulfill your vows, because no more will the wicked people invade you. They'll be completely destroyed. God's going to defeat these who oppress us. Shabbat shalom. Is the victory just like Samson tore off the gates of Gaza? We're tearing off the gates of Gaza. We claim the authority. God bless Israel.